Are you tired of hearing all the same rules about money that everybody's just repeating? Because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 money rules that will completely transform your life, which is not that you might have heard otherwise. I will guide you through these 7 unconventional rules that will completely revolutionize the way that you think about money and you think about wealth. So let's take a lot of notes and let's get started. The first rule is very simple. Give first before you can think about receiving. Start giving in charity. Everybody says save, 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 save. For me, from the time I started my business, I started to give charity first before the 5th of every single month. And it's a very unpopular idea that I'm sharing with you is first give in charity, then you look at others. And how much to give in charity? Give 10% after you have, paid your taxes, and whatever is remaining, the 10% of that amount you can give towards charity. Now you can pick whatever charity that you want, whether it is towards healthcare, or whether you give it towards education, or you want to give it towards any spiritual causes or animal care or welfare or anything else. What happens is when you start giving first, you'll start to feel good internally. Even if you're making less money right now, once you start giving a percentage of that money towards some causes and charities, something will shift inside you and you'll start to attract more money into your life. Don't ask me how this works. It's a very counterintuitive thing, but when you give what you want to receive first, the universe will make it happen for you. This is called the law of reciprocation in the universe. You first give and then you will receive. You give money and then you'll receive money. You give love, you'll receive love. You give respect first, you'll receive respect. Everything is about giving first. The second unpopular rule when it comes to money is that money does not mean anything. It is just a piece of paper. It is just an idea. Money is actually a frequency. That's what I'm going to tell you. The unpopular belief that everybody thinks that money is cash. Money is not cash. Money is an idea. Money is frequency. And you know what? The more you are able to vibrate at a higher frequency, you will receive that much amount of money. So how does it work? It's like a thermostat. Suppose you're in a room and you have an air conditioner and you have the remote. Okay, you can either increase the temperature or decrease the temperature. Similarly, even in our life, we either have a low financial frequency or a high financial frequency based on our influences, our environment, our guides, our mentors, our coaches, the people who influence us when it comes to belief systems about money. That keeps us at a particular financial frequency. Now, when I was starting off in my college days and when I just started with my first job, at that point of time, making 10,000 per month was awesome. 10,000 rupees per month was really awesome. I would live like a king. And then that frequency slowly increased to 1 lakh per month. And then it increased to 5 lakhs per month. Then it increased to 10 lakhs per month. Then it increased to 50 lakhs per month. Then it increased to 1 crore per month. And then it just keeps going on and on. If you go to Ambani or even Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, they are at a totally different financial frequency. Now the question you may be asking is, how do you increase your financial frequency? That is a journey of evolution. So you got to learn, you got to expose yourself, you got to get more aware of what is possible, and you have to believe internally that you can actually change your financial future. A lot of people just give up on this. They feel that, okay, I'm just a middle class person. I need to just be, this is how my life is going to be till I die. That's not the point here. The point here is that you are born with talents, with abilities. The question is, how are you going to tap into those inborn talents and abilities to increase your financial frequency? Now, how do you do that? There's a whole process, a process where you start to do affirmations, you start writing your goals, you start listening to interviews of people who have a higher financial frequency, start reading books of wealthy people, understand how they think, and start to model what they are doing. If you go and look at a person named Napoleon Hill, he has written this book called Think and Grow Rich. And before that, he's written a book called The Law of Success, where he was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie to go and do research on all the top multi-millionaires back in the day during that time, and to decode that and make that into a philosophy or a law book for success. Now, if you go and read Think and Grow Rich, you'll understand that there are 13 different concepts that he shares on how you can actually increase your financial frequency. And as the book suggests, you can actually think and grow rich. Okay. When you start changing your thoughts, everything else will fall into place. Now let's get to the third rule. The third rule of money, or the unpopular money rule, is if you want to make more money, you have to delay gratification. There's a beautiful experiment that was done many years back by Stanford University called the marshmallow test. That was done on kids who were in the age group of 4 and 5, where they gave them a few marshmallows and they told them one thing, that if you eat the marshmallow within 10 minutes, you will not get another marshmallow. But if you can delay the gratification and wait for 10 minutes and then you come back, you'll get another marshmallow. This experiment was done, and it was a long experiment that went on for more than 20-25 years. And they checked on these kids later on after many years, and they found out that the children who were able to delay gratification were more successful in their life later on. The children who were eating the marshmallow, who were not able to resist the temptation, they were broke, they were poor, and they were not able to be successful in their life. So the more you can resist temptation, the more you can grow your wealth. So if you have to buy a new car, think again, do you really want to buy this car or can you rent it? If you have to buy a new house, some of the wealthiest people in the world, they still live on rent. They don't buy houses just like that. They buy homes with the passive income that they're creating, or they buy things for a financial benefit and not just to impress others. There's also an unpopular belief when it comes to money is a lot of people go and just get into this gratification thing, and that keeps them broke, that keeps them poor. And if you look at the entire loan industry or the home EMIs and this entire industry is thriving because of people who are not able to hold on to their desires. The fourth unpopular money rule is the vocabulary that you use. People who use the word spend, they are going to be in a particular situation. And the people who use the vocabulary of invest, they're going to have a different lifestyle. Now, if you're an employee mindset, the mindset is going to be, oh, I'm spending money. But having an entrepreneur mindset is going to be how I can invest money. Whether you're going to be investing in your growth, you're going to be investing in your learning, you're going to be investing in your business, you're going to be investing on tools, you're going to be investing on knowledge, you're going to be investing in your family. So everything is going to be looking at an investment. When you have that perspective, then you'll be looking at how you can multiply that investment. But when you're looking at it as an expense, it's the vocabulary of an expense is all about you're just throwing it down the drain. Now, even if you go for a vacation, if you can invest in a vacation, it means you're going to be investing in your own experiences. If you're going to be buying things for your family and your kids, when you're investing in those items for your kids, you're going to look at that particular transaction as a way on how you're going to improve the experience and the quality of life that you're giving for your family and your kids. And there's a beautiful book called Happy Money by Ken Honda, where he talks about this concept called the Arigato principle, where everything, even just as I said, money is a frequency, right? Even the exchange in money, you need to be in a particular frequency. A lot of people, they get very upset. They feel very bad when they have to spend money, but they feel happy when they receive money. But even when you're investing money, when you're throwing out a frequency of gratitude and happiness, like even when I'm paying my vendors, when I'm paying the people who are doing services for me, whenever I'm doing the transaction, I thank them and I send a positive vibration as I'm doing the transaction. And because of that positive vibration going out to the money, I also receive money in the same positive vibration, and I'm very neutral in both the ways, whether it's investing money or in receiving money. For how many of you this was a bulb on concept, just type bulb on in the comment box if your just bulb went on right now. When you change your vocabulary when it comes to money, you will change your financial situation in your life, period. The fifth unpopular money rule is, to elaborate on whatever I shared before, is don't buy to impress others. Most of the people today in this world, they go broke and they're living in EMIs because they want to impress other people. They want to impress other people in society that, oh yes, I have bought a home. Oh yes, I bought the best car. Oh yes, I have bought the best this, or best watch or best gear or best technology or best gadget or whatever, right? So if your investment in any one of these things is to do with your own happiness and you want to really work on it yourself, that is totally different. And you know what? Sometimes by just being happy where you are when you're making money and not just splurging in all the different enjoyments that are going to be there, that's going to be putting you on a higher position of power, higher position of your money frequency. And if you look at most of the middle class people, they make decisions to impress others. And even if it's not directly to impress others, to feel that they are a part of, society's, in good books, wearing branded clothes or buying that expensive car when you actually don't have the financial capacity to do it. You overstretch yourself with loans. You overstretch your credit card, bills. Just go and do some high flying shopping in some big brands over there, even though you don't actually need it. These are the things that keep people broke. It's all flashy on the outside, and many people that you would see even on social media today, on Instagram, they're all flashing their lifestyle, and you don't know what is their real lifestyle. The reels look good, but the real life may not be the same. Let's look at the sixth unpopular rule about money is don't seek employment. If you look at 99% of the way that the whole system has been designed, right from when you go to school, you have to get good marks, you have to get good grades so that you can get qualified to get into a good university, and then you grow up in the university, again you score good marks so that you can get selected in a campus interview so that you can get employed. Now this entire equation, it might have worked 20 years ago, but today we're living in a fast-paced world where I feel it's irrelevant. So if you want to become rich, one unpopular rule of money that you need to understand is that don't seek employment. Rather, build skills in such a way where you can create employment for yourself, maybe starting as a freelancer, and then you create employment for others skills by building your own enterprise and your own business. Now, I'm not saying that being an employee is bad. You can be an entrepreneur in an organization contributing like an entrepreneur. That's also possible. And you want to be a part of something bigger as long as you align with that company's vision and mission. So you're not seeking employment. You are creating that employment for yourself by being valuable in the marketplace. So don't just chase a higher salary package. Rather, you build skills in such a way where the companies come looking for you, where you can be an entrepreneur in that company, or you build skills in such a way where you can create value in other people's lives, where they're able to see what you're offering, and there's an exchange in value, and that is what money is all about. Money is exchange in value. It's as simple as that. So when you're in the mindset of seeking employment, you're always in a desperate situation. Whereas if you're in the mindset of creating an employment for yourself by building your skills, you're becoming a magnet. You're attracting the situation to you. You're not chasing after opportunities. The opportunities come to you. Finally, the seventh unpopular money rule is don't be emotional about money. People go to whatever extent to, break ties and go through all kinds of relationship issues because of money issues. Don't make money an emotional thing. Money is just a form of energy. Systemize it. Okay. How do you systemize it? Is you create a formula. For example, I have a formula for myself. Whatever money comes into my receivable account in my current account, we divide that account into 5 different bank accounts. It goes into our tax account, it goes into our wealth account, goes into our charity account, goes into our general account for our household, and it goes to a 5th account, which is for my business operations. And for each of these accounts, you have a percentage. So if that amount is there in that account, only then we use it. Otherwise, we don't use it. Again, Harv Eker has a jar principle, and he has a different formula similar to this. But the whole idea is whether you're following the jar principle or this TWCGO formula or whatever other formula that may be there, systemize your money management based on what works for you. Definitely you have to pay taxes, so you need that. Definitely you need to allocate some percentage going towards your wealth. At least 10% should go towards that. And as I mentioned in the first point, you need to give charity 10% after paying taxes and everything else. Whatever is remaining 10% every month should go consistently towards charity. And then you have your living expenses and your business expenses. These are the 5 different categories that I can think of. And of course, under living expenses, you have your play expenses, like you want to buy gifts, you want to give gifts, you want to buy goodies, you want to create experiences, you want to travel. And by the way, if you're running a business, all of your travel expenses can come under business expenses. And then you pay taxes on your business after you incur all of those expenses. So if you're smart enough and if you're able to put this into the equation, money is not going to be emotional anymore. Money will come, money will go. If you're facing a problem in your life right now where you have the knowledge, you have the skills, but if it is not reflecting in your bank account, then you got to question your beliefs on these 7 different rules. Maybe you got to change a few things. You got to start to implement these 7 different rules. And let me tell you one thing, it does not matter where you come from. All that matters is where you want to go. If you're able to change your inner belief systems about money and the rules of money, you can change your financial future. Just like if you go and see on my YouTube channel and other places, I have hundreds of case studies of my students who've been able to go from scratch to making over 6 figures, and multiple crorepati's, over 70 to 80 crorepati's that at this point I'm recording this video have been documented, of people who have made more than 1 crore in a knowledge business following the systems and the teachings that I actually share. So it does not matter where you come from, and more than 60 to 70% of them are not from this industry. They've been able to redefine themselves just by following a few steps and by going through this journey of transformation. So if you really want to get on that journey too and change your future financially, there's a link in the description. Click on that link, attend my next webinar, understand how the system works, and I'd be more than happy to help you on this journey. Okay. So before I leave, I want to thank you once again for watching this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that bell for notifications in the future. And I look forward to sharing more information like this. Wish you all the best and catch you in the next video.